But it's not very sexy. There are tensions and secrets here because Janie Carver and Ben Hood, played by Sigourney Weaver and Kevin Kline, are having a secret affair. We actually make a class judgment. We think these rich people are not such good people because we're judging the characters' costuming, their words, their body language, the harsh surface, and we have the satisfaction of concluding there's something wrong with the rich and their way of life. Now I'll play this first clip, and somebody's going to lower the lights for me, I think.
They met at a key party of all things. A key party? Oh, yeah, it was a California thing. A scuzzy husband of hers dragged her kicking and screaming to her when they were out in LA. You know, the men put their car keys in a bowl, and at the end of the evening, the women line up and fish them out, and whoever stays up, they go home with. Anyway, that's how she met this Rob person or whatever his name is. He's left his wife. She's packing for California. Merlin's devastated. So ironic. Ironic? Well, yes, ironic. His name's Rod.
Well, in the next clip, we'll see more of the plot development of The Ice Storm. It's a clip that shows frustrated and unsatisfactory sexuality. There are also a lot of moments showing both the reflective and harsh surfaces of the house. In the plot line, Ben Hood goes to the Carver house to have a sexual tryst with Janie. Now, in the house, they don't usually make love in the master bedroom, but in the guest room, which looks, about as lifeless as a motel room. There's no personality to it. There is an ironing board there, and the only thing that seems to be there, especially for the lovers, is a bottle of vodka. And the scene has an interesting plot twist. So I think I'll just play it, and then you can see what the plot twist is. You might be a little surprised.
Thanks. You having one?
In a bit.
I think Elena might suspect something. Maybe it's all for the better, Yesterday at dinner, she didn't say it. Is she anything funny to you? Have you noticed any?
Have I noticed any?
I'm not married to a Benjamin, you are. I think you're probably a better bench from whom you should observe her.
Yeah, but I've been working a lot lately. No, that's not it. I guess maybe we're just on the verge of saying something. Saying something to each other. On the verge.
I'll be back.
Birth control. Right. Gotcha. Janie?
Well, it's not exactly what we think of as a sex scene, is it? And yet, I think it's an interesting sex scene. Janie leaves, and why is a good question. Does anybody have a theory about why she left? Nobody has a theory? Yes? Yeah, I think he did sort of spoil the mood. I don't know if you noticed at the point where he was talking about his wife and we could see her face looking sort of dismayed. There was an ironing board in the background, sort of like, this is such an unromantic setting for a little encounter. Interestingly, she's cold to him for the rest of the film. There's really no more engagement between the two of them. Now, in the next scene, Wendy Hood, who's played by Christina Ricci, and Mikey Carver, and we're in the Carver household, are engaging in some sexual exploration. Again, it's totally unromantic because Wendy is wearing a Nixon mask during the whole event. And I think the Nixon mask obviously is political satire, but it's also interesting in that it seems to be a strange power play by the girl. She's sort of the choreographer for this little encounter. And yet, there's also a surprise in this scene because the emotional mood changes very much from that to the scene's ending. One of the things that happens in melodrama, and especially in this film, is although the sex is always pretty much distasteful, there's a constant shift in emotions in what kinds of intimacy are available to the people, and perhaps in our moral evaluation of the families. At least in this particular scene, I think you'll see a shift in your moral evaluation of the families. Oh.
Who's here?
Just watch TV.
Maybe we can mess around. Yeah. Only if you want to.
Not in there.
Why did you? Who said it?
I don't know.
You like it? Who worships you up?